So I saw at one point on Twitter, refused to call it X, that PewDiePie was trending. I was a little bit curious, just because sometimes the trending stuff is interesting. It's kind of like that 50-50 Reddit thing. Something it could be really nice and funny, and other times it can be absolutely tragic. So I decided to play that with seeing why PewDiePie trending. That was good English. And I saw that he had done a video where he drew every day for 100 days. And I decided to watch it. And it looked really impressive. How much he improved in, from day 1 to day 100. And it got me thinking, because I used to do drawing. Terrible drawing, mind you. And that's partially because I didn't draw as a kid. I have dysgraphia, which affects not so much my drawing, but my writing, and it made me not want to practice with it because I kept getting mocked for how bad my handwriting was, and still is, honestly. But I decided that, you know what? Why not? Why shouldn't I try to copy what he was doing just to see if I improve or not? And so I intended to start my 30 days of drawing. And then I didn't for like 4 months because I'm incredibly lazy and procrastinate a lot. But then eventually I decided, fine, let's go ahead and give it an actual try. I guess this is where we see how it goes. Okay, so one of the big differences between how me and PewDiePie did it is that he used a notebook. I got a cheap 20 quid XP pen. I think it's like something like a Star G540 or something like that I've had for a while. It's fine. It does the job. It's not fancy. I don't need fancy because I at the time and even now I still don't know if it's what I want to do, as a hobby. I mean, I do want to do it as a hobby, but I'm not good enough yet to warrant it. I digress. So for day 1, I just drew circles. That's basically what I did, because it's like, although at like this point, like one of them, I thought that it was a pretty good circle, and so I trying to do a bit of the drawing thing, and then stopped. Then I decided to practice some eyes and more circles. At this point, my hand was cramping quite a bit because I haven't drawn. When was the last time I drew? The 27th of September, 2023. That's how long ago it's been since I drew something. So yeah, hand cramp after, what's that, 6 months? More than 6 months. But either way, like at that point, because I had a cramp, I tried to draw with my right hand. I'm left-handed, if you didn't know. Didn't go so well. Gave up with that. Went back to my left. This one I was like going clockwise for some reason, trying to do it quickly. Got bored. Did these little faces. More circles, and that was day 1. And eventually, like, I started trying to draw a face here, and I gave up, and I gave up for that day. So that was day 1, and then day 2, I decided to draw some faces. This is kind of meant to be like a baseline for what my drawing level is at day 2. Day 3, I tried the box method. Didn't go so well. Kind of what my feeling was. Also, there's a Kerbo over there. I also did a few more circles, as you can see. And oh right, for some reason, I decided to like just scribble a landscape. I was just scribbling to warm up, and I ended up drawing this landscape. I actually kind of like this. I think this looks nice, but it's not what I was after. So it's not what I was after. Then at this point, day 4 was when I was properly trying to. I was starting to move away from the circles and starting to try and draw. For some reason, I drew shadow I don't know why. I think it was a case of I drew a circle, stuff went wrong, and it just became that. So more circles, more circles, more circles, even more circles. And then I started, you know, drawing a face. Day 5? I forgot. I completely forgot to draw that day. I think I had Dungeons and Dragons. Day 6 was when I was actually trying to draw actual faces. I don't know what this is about, though. Oh, it's an eye. Right, it's an eye. So, I guess I drew eyes. Even I don't remember. And that eye... this is painful to look at. This is very painful to look at. So, day 7. Let's just see, like, so starting off, I drew some circles, tried to draw some faces. Didn't go well. So tried again. You can see at this point I'm sort of separating each one. This is still terrible. But not as terrible as that. So huzzah for an improvement, I guess. Day 8. I once again went to drawing an eye and then tried drawing a face. It didn't go well. Tried drawing another face alongside some circles because I was, at this point, I was thinking like, okay, my circles are messing up really badly. Then I drew this good circle. And that's where that came from. But I was losing motivation when I got into drawing this, so I just gave up at this point. So day 8, I tried to figure out the cross method. Did not go well, clearly. And then, so at this point, I'm just kind of like, okay, well, why don't we just go with some reference? So I picked a random reference. I don't know who I know it's the character from K-On! That's about it. And where's my attempt? Where's my attempt? Oh, no. What I did is I tried to trace over it to try and get an understanding. I couldn't understand. So at this point for day 10, I'm at this point trying to just copy from reference. I know that with a lot of things, like you're meant to find your own style, but I need to figure out I need to figure out the fundamentals first before I can start looking at my own style. So I picked a random one, a random anime character from either a game or an anime. I think her name is Blaze from Genshin Impact. I don't play Genshin Impact. So, put the circle, then the lines, then the eyes, then the mouth, then the hair, then the goggles. And if I get rid of that, and it's not the worst thing in the universe, but it's pretty close. Day 11, I think her name is Mona. Mona? I think it's Mona. Again, I started drawing, and this got so bad that I just gave up. And then I tried to draw her hips to make myself feel better and fucked up at that too. So that was an upsetting day for me. So day 11, once again, tried to draw. This time it was without references. I decided I was going to draw without reference. It's not the worst. But again, it's not that good, I think. I don't know. Here's the thing about me. I'm terrible at self-assessment. I cannot self-critique myself well. This could be great compared to this. But I don't know. It looks the same to me. Probably is the same. I don't know. I forgot. Day 14. Big improvement here. I started putting each attempt into folders because it was getting really annoying going through all the things. So this was... less we talk about that, the better. This one, hardly an improvement. And this one, no improvement. It's the exact same. I think at this point, I was getting incredibly demotivated. Like, I went into this knowing that I'm not going to improve as quickly as PewDiePie did. I'm dysgraphic, so my hands have a hard time working properly when it comes to, you know, stuff like writing and drawing. But it's very disheartening to see that, you know, like it's very disheartening to see you trying and it not working. So day 15, let's give it up for day 15. I don't know who this character is. I just know it's from Genshin Impact. I started, it really felt like it was going poorly, so I stopped with that one. Then I think this one I tried without reference, and I this might just be me, but I think when I draw without reference, I draw better for some reason. I don't know. As I say, I'm terrible at self-critiquing. I have no idea if this is good or bad. I don't know which is worse, which is better. That's one which I started, lost motivation, gave up, and again with that one. So I stopped pretty damn early on that one. Day 16. That's all I drew for the first attempt. And then I tried Freyan. This, I don't think is too bad. The face is a bit too wide. I'll admit that. Face is significantly too wide, but it's not terrible. And like the eyes themselves also is pretty decent too. I'm trying to get a win here for myself. I don't think this is terrible though. So day 17, I only drew the one thing. So I decided to draw, I think her name is Cowgirl from Goblin Slayer. Never seen Goblin Slayer. So I tried to draw it, you know, did the face, did the eyes, did the eyes again, did the eyebrows and the eyelids, did the hair, did the hair again. I don't think this is terrible. Again, the problem is the wide face. I don't, for some reason, I cannot prevent the wide face. I don't know why. It just is not, it's frustrating. And also, I hate hair. I hate drawing hair. I hate it so much. So much. So then day 18, this one. I tried drawing my character in Final Fantasy 14 because I started doing this thing where it's like my character and their alt story, and there's like meant to be drawings and such of it. Realize I don't have the software to just make it symmetrical, so I gave up pretty quickly on that one. So then I tried Nofika. I don't know what happened there. And the final one, which is this VTuber, but then I gave up real quickly. I don't actually know who this VTuber is. It's just, it literally showed up on my recommended. That's all I know about it. Day 19, I only drew one thing, and it was Crony. And again, I will stand by that. It's not terrible. It's just, I'm just gonna get rid of that there. There we go. It's not terrible. It's just the face proportions are wrong. And the head, like it should be tall on the head there. Like am I actually realizing like the mistakes I'm making as we're going along? Well, hey, that's a good improvement as is. Day 20. Again, I did enough drawing without reference. This isn't good. It just isn't good. So then the next one was, I think her name is Saber, but I gave up partway through because again, like this is a thing for me. Like as things went on, it was more depressing, I guess, seeing either lack of improvement or steps backwards. I'm not ignorant. I know that you have to practice drawing a lot to get good at it. Okay, I get that. You know, I accept that that's a problem. That's a thing I'm gonna have to deal with. You know, I'm gonna have to do a lot of drawing to improve. Because I do want to improve. Because I'm fed up of seeing really good fan art. I want to do that too. So day 21, I decided to go for drawing another VTuber that I'm a fan of, which I can never watch their streams because time zones are a bitch. Nerissa. It's the goddamn wide face again. That's my main problem. That's clearly my main problem, and I don't know why. I don't know why that's causing that. I don't know why. I hate that it's doing that. I wish I knew. I wish I knew why the wide face even when looking at references. And then for shits and giggles, I decided to draw the Raven. And it came out pretty okay, especially since I was just fucking around, you know. And then I decided to draw another VTuber that I like. Shiori. I don't know what happened to her head. Day 23. At this point, you can see sort of like it's clear that it's taken a hit. I'm only drawing like 2 things. This time I decided to go back to like looking at more references, trying to draw like just something like a cyberpunky thing because I was listening to a what's it called, a Psy wave track. This isn't horrible. I think with some shading, it would actually look pretty okay. I think. And obviously, like, line cleanup, like here with the jaw and such. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. I very much don't. And then I tried to do another one based on this art. Mary Lee art, if you want to see someone that is actually competent at drawing, unlike me. This just came out bad. That's all I can say. So day 23. I think that's from Azure Lane. I don't know. I tried to draw, it didn't work. No, I wasn't distracted by the tits. I remember where I got this from. I'm in a server, they've got a section called Waifu Containment. I just took pictures from there. I remember now what this day was. I just took pictures from there. So like, it's this one, don't know what that's from. I started it, did the eye, gave up. And then I was just like, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong with the eyes, like eye orientation, and tried. This one isn't horrible. So day 24, League of Legends, which I hadn't played in months, had the arena mode, the only good thing that came for it. So I had to go with my girl, Sona, and why is that covering it up? Oh, right, I gave up. I gave up very quickly. Day 25, my friends talk about Limbus Company a lot, so I just picked a random character that I kind of like the design of. I don't even know what this character's called. I just kind of liked the outfit that she had and such, and I did that, and it speaks for itself. I was running off like 0 sleep this day, so I just decided I'm not going to do anything and I'm just going to sleep. And so I did. So day 27, drew again without references. It's not the worst, but I literally cannot add anything more to this. Day 28, tried to draw Nia from Xenoblade. I think that's Nia from Xenoblade. Did not go well, clearly. And then I decided to draw. I don't know who this is from or what this is from. I just decided to draw it. I feel this actually is not as bad as it looks, or at least as I'm seeing it. Like, the head proportions look right, the eye positioning looks correct, the shape's messed up, the lack of like the thick eyeliner and such isn't there. The hair's a mess, but I already knew I was terrible with that. I feel this is better than it actually, than I'm seeing it as, but I have no idea. Day 29, decided to draw and decided to time it. 10 minutes for the first one. Just, again, 10 minutes. And this is, at this point, I realized that I draw quickly. Not intentionally, but I cannot find a way to slow down. I know a lot of people say, well, you learn to slow down by slowing down, but I just seem to not be able to do that. It just seems like when I draw, I feel like I'm going slow, and I don't speed up. I'm just like, okay, cool, I'm going slow, good, slow and careful. And I look, and it's been 10 minutes, and I've done the sketch stuff. I don't know. I don't know if that's something I'm missing, or if it's just a case of like, well, eventually you'll learn. And then the last one, I decided to do Ajax. I saw a documentary of the actual ship, the HMS Ajax, in its battle against a flotilla of Italian destroyers and torpedo boats, and it just curb stomping them and decide, you know what, sure, I know this ship exists in Azure Lane. Is this Azure Lane? I think this is Azure Lane. And then day 30. I decided to draw Haruhi Suzumiya. I don't like how this turned out. And then the final one, I decided to draw Riser. Never played the game, no, it exists. Actually, looking at this, I think I realized that okay, yeah, proportions are all sorts of fucked. But there is no wide face anymore. That's actually kind of huge on reflection. No wide face on this. Yes, the proportions like this part here is wrong, but you know, that's easy enough to correct. Like the width is right. The eyes are mostly right. The hair is I don't know how to draw hair. I don't. So like, okay, so comparison that to that. Let's get rid of the reference so that it's not tainting it in terms of like, okay, so we got that, and compared to that. There's a little improvement, if I'm honest with you. It kinda, I'm not sure. I think there's potential. There may still be hope. I'm sure I can be proud of the improvement, but I don't think I can turn around and say it's good. But again, maybe I'm wrong. You see how goddamn indecisive I am about this? This is why self-criticism is like my biggest weakness here. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going with this to day 100. We'll see if there's an improvement. Maybe like PewDiePie, I'll graduate to coloring in. I don't know yet. I'm winging it. But still, thank you all for listening to me ramble for God knows how long this is. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all next time. And hopefully when I come back with this drawing stuff, it's better. Bye-bye.